All right, we got a service call here. House has a Rheem furnace, and one of our techs has put a circuit board on the furnace actually just a few days ago, and everything appeared to be working fine, and now it's giving codes and having problems again. Thought I'd come over here myself and take a look at it, so let's go see what we got. Yeah, a little bit of a water issue here, but this house has a pretty nice crawl space, if I remember. Oh yeah, plenty of room to work. All right, so first thing I'm noticing is just water everywhere. But this thing is just soaking wet everywhere. The whole outside of the furnace, and it's cold. Obviously they're running air conditioning. Sounds like there went the sump pump. There's no standing water under here, but I'm certainly seeing water all over and in this furnace. Let's cut the light on. And that just is never good. Completely clogged. That blew out of it. But when I went to blow on it, completely clogged. Take this thing outside and flush it with a spigot. Well, that could be part of the problem, but that wouldn't create all that water up the side there. At least I don't think so. This thing has been really cold in a really damp environment, and I'm going to suggest that we put a dehumidification unit down here and close these foundation vents and control this moisture a little bit better than we've been doing. This thing where I can see the error codes. Here is bent. See that? Just keeping this board from mounting totally. Run it some more, see what codes it gives. Let's check the heat. See if it'll fire up. The customer said they came down here and had a 26 code, which is usually reversed polarity or something related to that. And she didn't notice all this water here again. Burner light. So it's got a 3-ton coil. Sounds like the heat's working okay. It's definitely a slower speed. That's the yellow speed. All that water wreaks havoc on these boards. The heat exchanger ought to be cooled down some by now. We didn't really let it heat up much. All right, let's try the AC again. So the thermostat being in the cool mode in the house means all I have to do is jump red and green. And you hear the condenser come on immediately, and then there's high speed of the fan. Looks like if we get this water out of here, it would be okay if we can just control this moist environment from this point forward. But they're running the air conditioning in the low ambient, wet, high humidity environment is definitely causing all of that. Probably got low airflow. There's a piece of 14 with a big kink in it right there. And this flex, I don't think it's 16, I think it's 14. Yep. So 14-inch flex is absolutely not enough to carry 3 tons of airflow. No matter how good of a job or not they did, and whatever kind of so-called upgrade return they've got here. It's kinked off right there. It's just, it's definitely a low airflow situation, which is going to make the equipment that much colder. And means that much more of dew point being reached. Really wet environment. I mean, this is a super, looks like they had an 80% furnace at one point, or something going out right there. Looks like this is definitely a water-laden area here, even though it's not standing. There's nothing dry about it. So we're going to get this water out of the bottom of this furnace. I'm going to recommend an immediate installation of a dehumidification unit down here and close these vents and let that run at least for a couple of days before running the AC again. And we'll of course discuss the lack of airflow and everything with them, but you know, some things you can push by, some things you can't, and we've just got to control this moisture. And we'll have to cap that off as well. So let's get our little shop back in here, and then let's get on the phone with the customer. All right. Everywhere. Get it at the bottom of the furnace here. They probably want to turn the air back on. South Carolina, air in the daytime and heat at night. I am definitely going to suggest that we control this water in this environment before we run the air anymore right now. All right, so hopefully we can help him get something resolved here. And I'm not sure whose idea it was to run this sump pump out in this fashion, but you can see right there it's got one of those pop-up head deals that the pump comes on and this pops up, just lets this water run out right here, and it's just like that. So I don't think they've done much by taking the water out 10 feet away from the house and just filling the yard up with it. It's a steady downhill decline across the backyard and a ravine down there. So I think I would suggest that they continue this pipe and trench down along beyond those poles down there into the ravine and dump the water elsewhere besides creating this cesspool here in their backyard. And I don't know who sold them that, but they sure didn't do them any favors. So anyway, let's go talk to them. Thanks for watching.